Hello, welcome back to my channel, Charlie's Lessons. In this video, we'll take a look at a certification that you can take to kickstart your teaching career. If you've ever thought about teaching English either online or face-to-face, both where you live or abroad, then you're going to need to fulfill one of the key requirements, which is a teaching certification. And this is why we are talking today in this video about the TEFL TESOL certification. This certification is internationally recognized and will be one of the key steps that you make in your career as an English teacher. And the best news is that by just following the link in the description below, you'll get a 50% discount upon signing up for your first teaching course with TEFLTESOLcertification.com. And for my followers, you'll get a special code to get cash back when you sign up for your first course. And there's a ton of other freebies available for you, so just make sure you watch until the end. Before I started my first teaching job in Thailand so many years ago, I was thrown into a TEFL course which lasted about 2 days. And then I was given my first class and I started my teaching job, which lasted about a year and a half. Now, thinking back, that teaching course did not really prepare me for what I was about to experience. It was a public school in Thailand teaching about 50 students at a time. And this course really went over the very basics of what it was like teaching English in a foreign country. And I wish that I had this kind of certification available to me at that time. Now, since then, I've done my Cambridge CELTA course and also my Cambridge Delta course, which is a requirement for my job as a Director of Studies now. But also I've attended lots of other teaching conferences and I've done a lot of practice and training online as well. So this certification might be your first step as an English teacher, or if you already have experience, this could be a great way to review some of the key concepts related to teaching English. In fact, I've been doing the course recently and I've forgotten so much, and this has been such a good way to refresh my memory and relearn some of the terminology, teaching methodologies that are so important and things that you must be aware of if you're teaching English. Now, of course, I did do my due diligence before making this video and checked out the certificate's accreditation, and I was relieved to see so much information here on this page of the TEFLTESOLcertification.com's website. So we just visit this website and we can see already that we can see examples of the certificate that we receive upon completion of this course. We can also see where the certificate is recognized in each of these 4 places. If we go all the way down, there's this link to the UK government website which states that it is a recognized company registered as an educational company, and also provides apostille services, which is important for many countries, as I remember when I was teaching abroad. So if you had any doubts whether you could trust the certificate, then please go take a look before you pay for anything about its accreditation. So without further ado, let's go check out what this course really looks like. So the course that I'm reviewing in this video is the 320-hour Prime course. And as you can see, there are a total of 14 modules. Now, each module has a different focus, and as you can see at the very end, we have some extra modules which are about teaching English to IELTS test takers and also how to get prepared for that first job as an English teacher. But let's take a look at the other modules. So the first module is something that you might expect, going over some teaching methodologies, teaching styles, and just some terminology that you will come across very quickly when you first start teaching English. Modules 2, 3, and 4 are deep dives into what these teaching methodologies look like and sound like and how you can incorporate them into your classroom. One of the things it makes very clear is that one teacher does not adopt one style, that these usually mean that you have to take into account all of the different styles and you might pick and choose these to make sure that you have a successful classroom. Now, the next 2 modules, 5 and 6, are really important for people like me who are native speakers because they go through the grammar and pronunciation of the English language. Usually, people like me do not learn specifically the names of the tenses and so on, and also the terminology around it. So if we go to module 5, you can see there's a lot of really useful information about how English grammar is formed. And also module 6 goes into pronunciation, which is probably one of the most difficult things about the English language for our learners. The next 3 modules looking at how we can design activities to practice the 4 skills in the classroom. We've got activities to practice speaking and writing, and also reading and listening, and then the natural progression from there is to how to lesson plan and how to design lesson plans to practice those skills. The final 3 units, or the final 3 modules, are ones I think could be really useful for English teachers. And so the first one we can see here is module 10, which is looking at how to start teaching online and even launching your own online teaching English business. When we go to module 11, the next module, we look at a focus on teaching children, which is something that a lot of teaching qualifications lack. So it's really nice to see this module here. And finally, a look at module 12, which goes into teaching business English. And now this again is a really nice module because it gives teachers the know-how or the information on how they might look into branching into business English as part of their teaching expertise. And I think this can be really useful for English teachers as well. Now, when we click on some of the sections inside these modules, you'll be greeted with a number of different media formats. So the first one we can see here is a text format. So you can see here that we're looking at speaking, the nature of spoken discourse and how to teach it. But if we go to other sections of a module, then we also have video content. So if you prefer viewing information in the format of a video, then this can also be an option for you.
This video is recorded especially for International Certification LTD and TEFL TESOL.
At the end of each section is a test. So you're not just going through the information passively, you are going to be tested on this, and this is a requirement to get your certificate at the end. You need to get 60% or more on each of the tests. Now, you're not alone on this course. You can contact one of the teacher trainers at any moment, and these teacher trainers are highly qualified teachers and educators that are currently working in universities around the country, and they'll be able to provide the help and support that you need if you were ever to get stuck on this course. On the course that I'm doing, I've had access to a teacher trainer, and you can see here that I can see some of her information, some of her experience, just so that I know I can ask her absolutely anything about this course that I'm doing. So once you've completed the TEFL TESOL certification, you'll get one of these certificates, and you can either have this as a digital copy, as a PDF, which is really useful when you're applying for jobs online or abroad, or you can either request a printed copy, and this will be all you need to show your employer that you've been doing the work and the training to become an English teacher. One of the things that sets TEFL TESOL certification.com apart from its competitors is the support it provides teachers once you finish the course. So here on the website, they go into details about how they support you after you finish the course. So it could be providing you with support on writing a CV, also giving you information about vacancies for work online, and also there's sections about how to find work abroad, such as Japan, China, Korea, and Taiwan. So once you're ready to start your journey as an English teacher with TEFL TESOL certification.com, all you need to do is go to this website, which the link is in the description, and scroll down to this section, completing your personal details. And there are a number of payment methods available on their website, everything from MasterCard to PayPal, just so you can make sure that you're able to fund the course via many means. One of the final things I'd like to mention that TEFL TESOL certification.com can offer you when you start this course are these 3 freebies. And this is something I mentioned at the beginning of the video. So you get access to a free 12-step checklist on how to increase your income as an English teacher. Then you get, and this is actually really good, you get an exclusive guide for 112 best platforms for earning with online English teaching. Now, this can be one of the most difficult things when you first start, is where to look and where to find the best platforms for teaching online. And here they are in a handy guide. And also, just in case you have some problems building lesson plans or designing lesson plans when you first start, is there are 20 ready-made EFL and ESL lesson plans for English teachers. And these are all available once you sign up for a course. So I hope this video has been useful for you, especially if you're considering where to start on your journey as an English teacher, either online or abroad. And also, if you're an experienced teacher, this could be the course you need just to review or refresh some of the teaching terminology and methodologies that maybe you've forgotten. Remember to check the links in the description of this video for the 50% discount and also my personal promo that's going on, which means you can get cashback, and also the links to all the freebies that I mentioned. So I'll see you in the next video.